what's up Discord, and also what's up YouTube if I decide to upload this on YouTube. Okay, so we're gonna start with this weekly market outlook. Now this is gonna be from the 6th of March. Today is Sunday, so we're like, I say 40 minutes until the market opens. So we're gonna be covering from this week to maybe Friday, right? So it's going to be the market outlook for this week. So it's going to be from the 6th through, I think that's at 11th. Yeah, to the 11th. All right. So as always, we're going to start off with DXY. Now, I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible and show you guys exactly what I'm looking for. I have a couple markets that I want to talk about and show you exactly what I want to see. And depending on what the market gives us, we will continue from that. And I will update you guys more in the Discord and send you guys how we like catch the entries and how will we play depending on what the market shows us as the week goes on. Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep this as simple as possible, show you guys the areas and the zones that I'm looking for, and show you guys what I'm expecting to happen. And we'll just talk about the market overall. We will touch on some crypto later as usual. Okay, so we're gonna start off with DXY. All right, so DXY has finally entered into this range of distribution. This was the next area that I was looking for after this redistribution. So we have really distribution, redistribution, redistribution. When you see redistribution is a continuation move. So when you see this, this is showing us that sellers are in control. So as you see, the market goes down. All right, we get this move towards the upside. We test this redistribution. I think we test like the 50% of it, went down, and then we accumulated right here. All right, this accumulation started us when I'm sorry, but this accumulation right here started to show us that now we're getting buyers into the market. How do we know buyers are into the market? Well, we see reaccumulation, 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 right? So now we know that buyers are in control of this market. Now sellers have exited, now buyers are in control. So what we want to see that sellers re-enter the market here, right? Probably get a distribution and validate this area, come back up, get another redistribution, as we would like to see. So it really be that simple for us to see that sellers took control back in the market. But at the same time, we can't anticipate that. We just have to wait and see. And also, we have a lot of fundamental things going on as well, you know, with all the stuff with Russia, Ukraine, and all that other mess that's going on in the actual world. So we don't know how that might affect the US dollar and stuff like that. But we just want to see what could potentially happen. We are in a supply zone. Remember, this is all the way from COVID, from like I think like 2 years ago. So we're just now getting back into here. So we want to see, you know, how the market's gonna react and what we're gonna see, right? What we're gonna see. Just understand that we are in a supply zone. That's our main focus. Just because we're in our supply zone doesn't mean the market has to sell. Doesn't mean we have to go down from here, right? But this is a range. This is an area where we could possibly see a reaction. Maybe we can see, you know, a possible reaction to come down here and test this reaccumulation. Whether we break this reaccumulation or not, that depends on how strong the sellers are from this area. So just keep a lookout for that. So as you guys know, DXY and your USD are inversely correlated. So as you see that DXY is in a supply zone, we have your USD that's in a demand zone. And you can see it's kind of like the same exact thing. We have accumulation, reaccumulation, reaccumulation. Buyers are in control, right? Distribution, redistribution, redistribution, redistribution that just recently happened. So now we know currently right now sellers are in control of the market. Well, we are approaching this accumulation. Well, we're already inside of it. I want to see if we can reach the 50% of this accumulation in order for me to buy down here, to be honest, because I don't have an exact precise point of interest here. It's really this accumulation zone itself. So I just want to see us, you know, kind of slow down and probably build a accumulation down here, right? We start seeing accumulation form. We start seeing buyers get into the market. We will buy the market. Well, we will buy your USD from down here and target this up here. Well, I have a certain area that I want to target, to be honest. I want to target here. I want to target this manipulation right here that's just never been mitigated. I want to see the 50% of this mitigated. We never got it. We just never got it. So I mean, it was really disappointing because I knew obviously we knew the market was going to come down here, but we just never got the entry that I was looking for. And whatever this was, I didn't trade that, and then the market just sold after that, right? So EU's just been doing EU things. So, but basically what I want to see is I want to see if we can catch a buy opportunity down here and then come up here to test this zone over here. Maybe either we're going to sell back down or we're going to continue up and test this redistribution, right? Right now, like I said, we're going to keep it simple. So right now I want to just see if we can get a buy opportunity down here, see an accumulation, see some manipulation happening down here. We want to see buyers start getting into the market. So just be cautious of that and just be on the lookout. Okay. Now GU. I think I've been talking about GU for like, the past couple outlooks. I mean the Discord knows about that because I don't upload every outlook to the YouTube. So but essentially, I mean, GU is pretty easy. GU is like the easiest one out of all of it. GU, we have bearishness right now. We have these bearish legs going down. I mean, we haven't completed our last bearish leg yet. So right now, we're still inside of from this high to this low. So we're still bearish, but we haven't made a low yet to complete our next bearish leg. So our main target right now is this low. Okay, and as we see right now, I see that GU, this is the main place that it wants to go to. So, I mean, once we break this low, our new leg is going to be from here and then whatever low we create. This is not going to be our new leg right here because this right here is just a redistribution on higher time frame. So, that's not going to be the high of our leg, okay, because this is the high of our leg, right? We're talking about swing points here. We're talking about legs. So, it's not really just highs and lows. It's more than highs and lows. When you're talking about legs, it's more than highs and lows. Because, I mean, you can see there's a high here, low here. You see what I'm saying? But this is our leg down. So it's really a swing point to swing point, okay? For those who don't understand the legs. But let's get straight to the point, right? About where GU is right now. So last week it had this distribution right here. This distribution caused a break of this order flow, right? We caused the break of this low right here. So, I mean, order flow is bearish as of right now. And we got a retracement, mitigated out of this area here. Market continued down. We made a new low. So, essentially, we want to see the same thing happen. I want to see if we're going to get back into this area up here. I do have this zone right here that potentially we could sell from, but I mean it's not like 100%. So I mean I'm gonna keep that there just in case we do get a reaction from there, but we could see the market come back into like the extreme of this area itself, right? I'm not saying that's not likely, but it could happen. So I mean these are the two zones that I see up here, and the last possible scenario that could potentially happen on GU is that we get a redistribution. So I mean trading redistributions kind of look like this, okay? So in the event that we don't come back to any of these zones up here and we just see that redistribution, this is how I like to trade redistributions. We can trade it two ways, right? You could either do this. So a redistribution will start out like this. We'll see some, some highs going in like this. And then the first thing you will see is just the market break this low right here. Excuse me about that, guys. Not sure what just happened to the mic, but okay, we're all good. But like I was saying, you will see some highs going on like this, and then the first indication you'll see is just a break of structure, a break of any lower time frame structure or anything like that. So this right here is going to create our ice, right? This will be our ice. So you can play this in two ways, right? You could either wait for us to break the main low, which is down here. Once we break this main low, you're going to wait for the reaction of this area right here. You're going to wait for the market to come back up here, and you're going to sell from here, right? This is just a clear redistribution. You're going to sell from whatever manipulation was created over here, right? The next way that you can do it is sometimes you'll have something like this happen where the market will automatically come back up and mitigate and then break the main low. So this is two ways that it could happen. Usually, I mean, I can't really say usually because both of these are likely to happen. There's no one that I see over the other. So just look out for these two possible scenarios, whether we're just going to come back up here, do this, or we could just break this low first and then come back up here. Or what you'll see is you'll see something like this, and then you'll see another lower time frame redistribution inside. Okay, market is fractal. So I mean, just look out for that weakness. Basically, look out for the market to create that weakness. And essentially after that, after you see that weakness, just play off lower time frame, okay, and just look for that bearish bias. All right, because I'm pretty sure that G is just gonna come and raid these lows over here. So that's a clear target. And before we come over here, we want to catch a sell into that. That's like an easy sell for us. Okay. Now, AU, I'm gonna be honest with you. AU, I'm just kind of sitting on my hands with AU. I don't really see anything clear in AU, so I'm not really gonna talk about it much. The only way that I'll get active in AU, the only way I'll get active in AU is if potentially we come back into like this little manipulation zone right here. Maybe this candle, this order block down here, maybe all the way down here. But I mean, the likeliness of us doing that right now is pretty low. Another way that I would participate in AU is if we get some type of manipulation. The way I mean by that is you can see how we're just holding these Asian lows. I don't like that. So I don't really want to buy from here just because of that, because we're holding these Asian lows. I really wanted to see these Asian lows get raided, okay? Because usually London session raids Asian lows, and there's usually liquidity below there because people are buying during Asian, and you have all of that stuff going on. So usually we'll see London manipulate Asian highs or Asian lows, right? So technically this is just liquidity for me. I just see liquidity sitting down here, and I don't really want to just get into the market with liquidity sitting below. All right, so what I would love to see is maybe what if we get something like this, just a raid like that, get it like something like that, and then we'll play out of here. Or if you want to take this risk right now, if you want to just play this lower time frame trend that's going on, you could potentially play out of this latest manipulation zone. Let me see. Let me see if I can find a quick candle for you guys. Yeah, maybe you can go right here, 10-minute, or this whole area as a whole, right? But you can play right here. Wait for the market to get down here and look for an accumulation. The only risk about this is that Asian lows are still intact, so that's the only kind of like downside to it. Let me see if I can find a better candle for you guys, honestly. Okay, I like the 36 minutes. So here's a wider range for you, right? That's a wider range. So if the market comes inside of this area, gives you an accumulation lower time frame, then I mean that's not, that's a good scalp that you could potentially take. The only problem is the Asian lows. So that's something that you could take on AU, but I mean right now I don't really care about AU. I'll just let it do its thing. I have like this way better markets to look at than AU. All right, USDJPY the same thing. So I mean I was trading this accumulation right here, right there. After that, I mean I'm really kind of disappointed that the market just came back down here. So right now I just see USDJPY is in a range because I mean order flow is still bullish, the market itself is still bullish. We're bullish, but we're not getting that bullish narrative that I want to see right now, because I mean we're just sitting from this low to this high. We're just in this range right here because I mean this is the order flow. If we look at the structure is all the way down here. Structure is all the way down here because we haven't made a new high yet, right? Unfortunately we didn't, right? We didn't make a new high yet, so this is still holding our structure. So essentially until we just see some good movements on this, I'm just going to be waiting, to be honest. I'm just going to be waiting. Now, let's say I see something like this, right? Let's say the market just starts accumulating. I'll potentially trade this as like a lower time frame, and hopefully we just come back and break this high again. Once we break this high again, I'll be confident that we will just entirely make a new high. But right now, we're just going to be patient. We're just going to be patient, okay? I'm really surprised that USDJPY did this because After breaking this high, I was pretty sure we're just going to continue higher, but then we got that, whatever that was. I know there was some news Friday, and I know this happened Friday, so I mean, I'm not really sure if that was like a fundamental thing or whatever the case may be, but you know, that really sucked. The guys, you guys know you got to trade what you see, not what you think, because I'm pretty positive that USJPY is going to continue towards the upside, but I mean, right now it's not showing me that, so we're just going to chill and wait. But right now, everything is still bullish. So, I mean, that doesn't change my bias for it at all. I'm pretty sure it's going to go towards the upside. Just, I don't know if it's going to go there right now. All right? So, GJ is just like GU, honestly. We're going to wait for two things. Either the market is going to come all the way back up here into this zone, right, into this extreme area right here, and we're going to take a sell from that. You can set a limit entry here if you want, but as we know, the markets are not that nice. Honestly, I was hoping that we would ride over here and I was going to take a sell from this area, but we never got that, so very unfortunate. Let me move my alert. Honestly, I just got to delete it, to be honest. But essentially, let me draw this fib real quick. Essentially, right, let's say we get the same thing that I was talking about on GU. We get some gyros towards the upside, boom, we get, like, you know, some breaks of these lows right here. I will look for a sell out of this manipulation here, and we'll take it down. So essentially, we're looking for that redistribution, because I'm pretty sure this market's not going to be nice enough to come all the way back into this extreme. If it does, that's good, but if it doesn't, wait for that redistribution, all right? Because the markets are never that nice. The markets are just never that nice. And essentially, we're going to target over here. We're just going to target this accumulation zone right here. I mean, we're kind of inside of it, but I mean, we could go lower. So that's GJ. GJ is really simple. Now, EuroJPB, I have two potential zones for you guys. So first, I'm going to talk about this zone, right? So let me zoom out so you guys understand the meaning behind this. All right, so market is super bearish, by the way. If I zoom out, we're just low, 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 low. Go to the weekly time frame. Bearish. We just now broke this low right here, which is mean that we are bearish on intraday time frame as well. So intraday is bearish. Lower time frame is bearish. We're just bearish, right? So this area is a redistribution. This is a very, very, very high probability sell area, because this was the area that mitigated this manipulation right here. Since we mitigated this manipulation here, that means orders was transferred from buyers to sellers. Okay, so meaning we were technically supposed to buy from this area, technically, quote unquote, supposed to buy, because this was a manipulation area, and then we got this huge impulsive move towards the upside, which means that buyers were present here. Okay, so once we came back to mitigate this zone, we sold, which means buyers struggled to buy from here again, meaning sellers got into the market in this area. So if sellers got into the market, this is the last place where we understand that there was some type of supply, some type of sellers here to sell this market down. Okay, that's all we need to understand. So once we know that, we understand that this area is going to be a great area to sell from. Now I have a specific zone that I'm looking at, this 1 hour candle here, and I will explain to you why if we just zoom in. So to be honest, let's see, how much did we mitigate out of this? Because I mean, I don't really care about this imbalance, but we could come back up to mitigate this imbalance, but I mean, we'll see. So we have this little structure going on right here, and as you guys can see, Asian highs right here is rated every single time. So this is why, this is the purpose of this. So I'm trying to show this as clear as I want to. Asian is my gray area. This represents Asian for me, and this little green is the open of London, right? This is like the start of Frankfurt to London. Okay, so as you can see, Asian highs rated, right? Asian highs rated, market continues highs, and then we go lower, right? So you can see again, we have Asian highs are rated. We rate Asian highs as soon as London opens, you know, Frankfurt, boom, continue down. We come back up, we mitigate out of this zone, and we raid Asian highs again. Okay, we raid Asian highs again. The only problem here is we had the mitigation of this and we got the mitigation of this, right? We got the mitigation of this manipulation. We got the mitigation of that manipulation. We just didn't get the mitigation of this manipulation. So market continues down. You see the same thing happening over and over again. This is why on AU, I said I didn't like the fact that the Asian lows were still intact. Okay, so Asian highs rated, continue down. Okay, Asian highs rated, continue down, right? As you can see, there was no case right here where Asian was left intact. Not surprised by that at all. So that's a usual kind of setup that I look for. So currently, right now, if we were to trade the market right now, the fact that we rated Asian highs here and the market just continued down, this area, this 30-minute doji candle here is the first place that I'm going to look for potential sales. So essentially what I'm going to look for is I'm going to look for a lower time frame distribution. I'm going to look for that sign of weakness. So, I mean, basically drawing for you guys something like this. Market drives up. We get that manipulation, breaks of structure, breaks of lower time frame structure, and I would take a trade out of here. We'll set a limit order here, go down, right? That's a basic way to kind of look for that lower time frame confirmation. Now, if we so happen to trade above here, doesn't mean that, you know, that's it for sales. No, because understand that we have a higher time frame area that we're looking at. This is a redistribution zone. This whole area is a supply zone, redistribution. This whole area is supply zone. So essentially, if we trade above here, we continue to go higher, then that's where I'm going to look for us to trade inside of this, because I know this right here is the last little area that wasn't mitigated. If this right here gets invalidated, then we could essentially trade out of this as a whole, but I don't see no reason for the market to come back inside this area, since this wasn't really part of any kind of high manipulation. It wasn't really the time zone of this is the reason why I'm just not liking it. So I mean, I don't know, we'll see. Let's see, did we, yeah, we traded 50% of this zone anyways, so I don't know. I just see it's not likely for us to go up here. We could, but this is the most, like, you know, probable area that I see us getting a reaction from anyways. This was not mitigated, so that's where I'll be looking for a entry if we, you know, break this zone right here. So essentially that's what I see for UJB right now. I just see us continuing lower. Okay, so I got one area right here that, you know, is quick. So this is the first area we're going to look for, and if this area gets invalidated, we're going to go up here. So KIJPY. For those of you on the Discord that's been listening to and watching these market outlooks, I explained to you guys why I knew this was fake. Okay, this is a valid distribution. Yes, it is. Now, we did mitigate out of this distribution, and then we continue lower again. That's fine. But look immediately what happens. We come back to the upside. Why? Essentially, what I said was I see no reason for us to sell from here. So if I zoom out some more, you can see that this market is bullish. I mean, just look at this impulsive move towards the upside. I see no reason for the market to sell right here. There was no type of supply here. There's nothing here over here that's telling us that we should sell from here. Okay, so that's why I was kind of iffy about it. Now, I did tell you guys to trade the sales since the sales were being presented to us, but just be careful of it. Be careful, because I knew something maybe like this was going to happen, and when it did happen, I wasn't surprised, so it didn't catch me off guard. So essentially what I'm going to be looking for now is there's just 81-minute candle here. Now, first of all, I was looking here first. I think on Friday, I was looking somewhere inside of here, since this was like the slingshot, and this was like the, you know, the first area that we use to break this high. So you guys know we usually have 2 points of interest. We have our, you know, SC area, and then we have our main point of interest. So the SC has been broken. So now we're going to go into the main point of interest where everything is being held at. So essentially, if we break this low, then that just defeats the purpose of looking for these buys anymore. All right, we'll just have to continue down, maybe come back into like this zone right here. This will be like the next buy area, because I mean this is the last area where demand is being held, since this was the origin of this whole move towards the upside. All right, so this is where I'm be looking for buys at. Now limit orders. Let me see. For those of you guys who want to be ambitious, for those of you who wants to be ambitious, right? See what the stop loss on this is. We have a 15 pip stop loss on the 50%. Now, if you want to take the 80%, let's see. If you want to take the 80%, we're looking at a 6 pip stop loss. We'll increase that to 6. Let's zoom in and see if there's a reason for us to come down here real quick. Huh. Okay, there is. Yeah, we have some imbalance down here that you can come into. I mean, that's nice. And then essentially this right here is our spring. So let's see. See if we have something that's good. Ooh, hold on. This 80% and that 80% is very close to each other. So I'll be honest with you, I might set a limit order here. I might set a limit order here, but we're gonna set it off of the actual order block itself. See if I can find it. Ooh, looks like it got mitigated. Huh. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We have a 13. Let's see. 14, 15, 16. Looks like it got mitigated. So I don't know if the market will even go down there, to be honest, guys. $20, $21, $22, $23. Looks like it got mitigated. If you still want to set a limit order down there, then I suggest you do off of this. That right there. Okay. Set off of that. So that's going to be at the 89,330. Your stop loss is going to be underneath. So you're going to have like 8 pips stop loss. All right. Or you can just, I mean, if you really want to, you can go right here at the same time. So that'll be the area if you really want to set an order here. But essentially the first thing we're going to look for, we're going to wait for the market to come in here first, and then we're going to see what type of order flow, what type of lower time frame action we're getting inside of here, and then we'll play from there. But I'm gonna leave this here just in case I want to take it, to be honest. First target's gonna be up here just in case I want to take it. We'll wait on it. All right. Let's move on. I have 2 more that I want to look at before we get into crypto. So let's talk about AED-CAD. AED-CAD, man. I was really disappointed in AED-CAD. I was really expecting us to sell from this distribution just because of just how bearish we were. I mean, it just doesn't make sense, right? It just doesn't make sense, guys. It just doesn't make sense. So, you know, as soon as I caught on to this bearish order flow, well, not really order flow, this bearish structure that was going on here, and then, I mean, as soon as we try to get into it, that's what we get, right? So, I mean, very unfortunate. Just like, you know, I would have took this any day. So I'm not really mad about taking this because, I mean, look how many times that we just sold from each distribution. Look how many times we've just sold. So, I mean, this is a sale that I was taking any day. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? But what we could possibly do, I'm sorry, I'm stumbling with my words. What we could possibly do, right? So, especially in this situation, since we did invalidate this high and we broke this structure so far, this is what caused that breaking structure. This reaccumulation is the last area of demand. So where I'm looking for a buy, obviously, is going to be all the way down here. All right. Well, I mean, we could either wait for the market to come down here, or we could wait for a distribution to play out. So, I mean, if I see the market just start, giving us some signs of weakness, we start breaking some lows, we get this distribution, I'll take a distribution from here and all the way down. All right. That's something we could do just to target this zone and then look for a buy opportunity here. And now we have a great hedge opportunity that we could do. All right. Simple AUD. I just had to get that out the way. Now, NZD on the other hand has not invalidated its structure yet. Okay. On this, we're also bearish. Okay. But we haven't broke this area yet. Okay. Yet. So since we're still active here, I'm going to wait for Asian session to come in, where I'm going to wait for my gray box. Where's my gray boxes? I'm going to wait for my gray box to start coming in. And then I'm going to wait for my green box to manipulate that, which is just an easier way for me to see what Frankfurt and London has done. And the gray box is just an easy way for me to just see Asian session without having to go and look at the time below down here, right? So once we see that Asian session card coming in, we see a range. I'm going to look for manipulation, right? Manipulation, maybe to take out this high, take out all these highs. And I'm going to wait for that lower time frame breaker structure, taking out the lows, right? And then we're going to trade out of this manipulation. We're going to take it down, right? This is what I want to see. If I don't see this, not getting into it. I have to see that manipulation with that sign of weakness, with the market showing me that it wants to continue lower. All right. So that was the last of it. That was a NZD CAD, and I mean that's really all that I'm really looking at. Okay, so let's go into crypto. Now with crypto, the only thing I look at is BTC, because BTC is the the really important one, to be honest. So not a lot has changed. I'll be honest. We're still trading inside of this big demand area, right? We're still there, so that's good. Market is still technically higher time frame bullish, right? That's good. Essentially, we have taken out this redistribution. We've taken out an area of supply. So, I mean, that shows us that some buyers got inside this area, which is good. All right. Now, once the market come back down, we see that the market bought again, which is good again, because now we see buyers are holding this area, which is good, right? But unfortunately, we did not make a new high, right? We did not make this new high. So that means this right here is not a low. It's not an official low because we did not make a new high. Okay, so we're still inside of this little leg right here. So until we make a new high, this, I can't put a dot up here. Technically, I can delete that one too. Essentially, we are inside of this reaccumulation right here. This is a area of demand, and I know that Jester inside of the Discord, let's see, Jester, he traded this lower time frame inside of here. So let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Yeah, I think he was trading lower time frame. He caught an entry inside of there. I think it was a lower time frame accumulation he was looking at. If I can find it. Yeah. So essentially, I don't know if you guys can see it, but he was looking at this lower time frame accumulation that happened inside of there, and he took a little scalp. Okay, man. Now, me personally, I don't trade Bitcoin. I only use it to trade altcoins. Right, I use it to trade altcoins. So that's really what I do. I don't see a lot of potential in Bitcoin. I don't see not really let me word that differently. I don't really see as much gains that you're gonna get on Bitcoin. You can get a whole lot of gains on an altcoin or something else different, right? So essentially, we know that if Bitcoin starts to skyrocket, we're gonna see a lot of other coins start to skyrocket just on the fact that Bitcoin is going up. We're gonna see a lot of people get into other coins, so it's gonna cause a lot of gains for other coins. Now, other coins are more likely to get more gains because they're at smaller market caps. Bitcoin is at a huge market cap. You're not gonna get a lot of gain that you would from altcoins, right, on Bitcoin. So it's just smarter to trade other coins, but on a Bitcoin narrative. So if Bitcoin's going up, other coins going to go up. So buy the other coins instead of Bitcoin for more gains. So that's essentially what I'm at right now. That's how that's why I'm watching Bitcoin, because that tells me when to get into some other altcoins and other crypto assets. All right, so essentially that is it for the market outlook. I said I would make this, sweet and simple, and I hope I kept this sweet and simple. Hoping the speaking was good for you guys. I know a lot of people talk about the volume. I've adjusted the volume as much as I could. To be honest, I think it's just my voice in general and just how I talk, because I'm not a loud speaking person. To be honest, I don't talk super low, but I keep my voice low. I don't really like to talk loud. So it's probably just me, because the mic is like right in front of my face. So I don't understand. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if it's just how it comes out, but I would double check it just in case to see if I could tweak some settings and see. But that's pretty much it. For those of you in the Discord, I'm hoping to see some setups from you guys this week, hoping to see what trades you guys are getting into this week. So, just keep me updated on that, and I'll keep you updated on everything that I spoke about. If I see what I actually want to see in these markets, then, I'll update you guys on the entries that I'm taking and everything like that. For you guys that's not in the Discord, you can join if you want to. So, that's pretty much it, guys. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see the Discord all this week. All right, so peace out.